Welcome to How to Cook. I'm Bill Cook, and today we're making the burger of my dreams, or my nightmares. Definitely like doctor's nightmares, because that's a country fried burger right there. I took a hamburger patty and I country fried it, chicken fried it, depending on what part of the country you're at. And then I put some bacon under it and I country fried that too, because why not? And then I smothered it in sausage gravy, because of course I did, right? You want to see how to do all that stuff? Honestly, I had a dream about this, and now it's here. It's real, and in 2 seconds I get to bite into it. So why don't you watch this video while I do that, and we're all gonna get started. All right, folks, this is where this is gonna get a little bit weird. Stick with me, okay? I think I know what I'm doing. I play a professional on YouTube. Okay, I have dreams about food sometimes. This was in one of my dreams. I tried to look this up. Other than Dairy Queen having a thing in Texas with the crispy chicken that's done like the chicken fried steak sort of thing, I've never seen one with the gravy. We're about to find out if this works. What do we need to do? I have a 1/3 pound burger sitting here. Oh, she's a beauty. Yes, I have that sitting there that I had made earlier. If you have not seen me make a hamburger with the rings, that's a 4.5 inch hamburger. And you put a 1/3 pound, 5.3 ounces in the ring and you make it flat. Okay, we're all cut up. All right, now what we need to do is we need to bread that thing. Yeah, I'm breading a hamburger. Chicken fried steak is usually just a steak that's pounded flat and it's tenderized and the whole thing. This is a hamburger. I don't want to do it as a steak because you got to cut the steak up the whole thing. I want to be able to just bite in and tear a piece off. So I'm trying this with ground beef. I'm a crazy person. Here's my breading mix. Okay, I have a 1/2 cup of flour right here. Yep, I want it crispy, nice and crispy. So I'm going to get myself a tablespoon of cornstarch because cornstarch makes it crispy. Could you just use all cornstarch? Give it a whirl. No. But be funny as hell to watch. It won't work out all that well. You really got to use the flour because it has the proteins and stuff in there to actually bind and create a thing. Cornstarch just doesn't have that because it doesn't have any gluten in it. And gluten is the key. So that's a teaspoon of garlic powder going in this because you want this to taste good. We got garlic going in. We got a teaspoon of onion powder going in. I got a teaspoon of paprika going in because I want a little on it. I'm crazy. Oh yeah, I just did that. Salt and pepper, you betcha. Lots of it. How much? That much. I don't know. That's a lot. But this has to have a certain flavor to it. So that has salt and pepper on it. Now this is gonna have to get really nicely stirred up. Let me grab a thing real quick to do that because I didn't grab anything. Yeah, that's what I have. I have this monstrous whisk here in order to mix this up. I want this really, really well mixed so that the flavor goes throughout. It seems like there's a lot of seasoning in here, but remember, that's a lot of flour to that, so it's really not that much. It's not overpowering, but it will be tasty. You'll know it's there. Okay, that is pretty well mixed. That's nice. Okay, so that is our dry component. What's our wet component? We're gonna use an egg wash. Of course we are. So I got an egg here that I'm going to crack-a-dacker right in there. This one was looking at me funny, so I figured he can go where his brother went. They're unfertilized eggs. They don't have brothers and sisters. They're not viable eggs. Don't worry. Okay, there's a little bit of that, but I'm going to salt and pepper this, because everything deserves flavor. If you don't do this, it will not have as much flavor. And do we put a little bit of the, nah, we'll leave it. Okay, that's over here, out of my way. That's the whole thing. Salt and pepper. Can you believe this, folks? Okay, so there's our wet. We're gonna go dry, wet, dry. But I'm going to get this cleaned up a little bit real fast so I have actual room to work because this is small. Okay, 1 second. See, that's better, huh? Yeah, okay, I got room to work now. So what do we gotta do first? The first thing we gotta do is all the stuff that we're gonna do before we do anything else. Okay, I'm gonna do something crazy with this because I think it needs it, because I'm crazy. I have some really nice, super thick cut bacon here, and I'm going to take this, it's very long, and I'm making a hamburger. That's gonna overhang by a lot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this in half, roughly, like that, and then we're going to country fry the bacon too. Chicken fried bacon? What's the difference between country fried and chicken fried? If you're in Texas, you know that someone's not from Texas when they say country fried. There you go. That's pretty much the difference. All right, we got a burger here with no seasoning on it. That's a no-no. So I have some salt and pepper. We're just going to put more flavor on everything, because always take every opportunity to add flavor, right? Exactly. Since a burger has two sides, we're going to do the other side too. Yeah. If you saw my In-N-Out video, I made my own ground chuck out of a chuck roast, and that is one of the burgers that came out of that. I made a bunch of burgers. That is one of them. That is 5.3 ounces of ground chuck that I ground myself, so I know it's going to be good. I'm excited about this. But yeah, let's get that sucker in here. We're going to be very, very delicate about this. You want the burger to be very cold so it holds up well as we're trying to do this. But yeah, be very careful. We're just gonna put the flour on it here. Get that out of the way so you can see a little bit better. All right, all right, all right. Make sure it's getting up the sides. Now I'm starting to realize why perhaps no one's done this. This is a little trickier than you might want it to be. Okay, this is going to go into our egg wash. It's already starting to crumble and fall apart. And this is going to be fun. I'm going to grab a, to get onto that. Okay, this ought to save us. It'll save our bacon, or at least our burger. I should probably have two of them so that this whole thing doesn't just completely come apart, which it already is. But hey, that's okay. We're going to take and move this around and be as delicate as humanly possible. We've already done the dry, we've already done the wet. The only thing we have to do is go back to the dry. We're going to be very cautious about that. I'm trying to get this as nice as possible. As you can see, she's crumbling on me, folks. She's coming apart. What are you going to do? Maybe not make this video. I think I can hold her together. I can try. Okay, we're going to leave that there because we're going to do our bacon here in a second. I'm going to not flip this. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take a little bit of finger in here and just do this as delicately as possible. I don't think I get another flip out of that. I think I flipped that again, and she's the next burger. This is the challenging part. Perhaps the patty should be slightly frozen. That would help a lot. I made the mistake of thawing it. Okay, now you know, if you're going to try this at home, don't. I'm just going to wipe this down real fast because that is covered with eggs. Hold on 1 second. Get this a little cleaned off so that when it go into here, it doesn't make such a horrible mess. We're going to attempt to get under this guy in a nice, reasonable fashion. Oh boy. Have we lost the plot yet? Yes. We have definitely lost the plot yet, as they say. Or as you know who says. She's coming apart on me, folks. I got two little bits that fell out. I don't know where they fell out from. I think it fell out from over here. I'm trying to squeeze that back in. This is fun to watch, isn't it? It's the train wrecks that make this so much fun. Okay. That could work. I don't know. We will find out together. This will be hilarious. All right, let's do the same thing with our bacon here. Because I may be having a deep fried bacon sandwich. instead of a deep fried burger. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit more flour around this guy because it's starting to dry up actually, which is kind of crazy. That's a lot of flour on it, but the burger's starting to dry up. Okay, we are all done here. I'm going to clean up, and then we're going to drop this in the deep fryer, and we're going to see what the hell happens. Okay, one way or another, we're going to see what happens. So the first thing we're going to do is get the gravy out of the way. I've got a tablespoon of butter, a little bit of sausage here, and you just want to basically start the cooking process. We're going to throw a tablespoon of all-purpose flour on top of this and just start making our roux. Do not overcook the sausage, otherwise it'll become hard little nuggets and it's gross. So just cook this until the flour's all cooked down. It'll take about a minute or so, minute and a half, something like that. Put a little black pepper in here, and then we're going to add a cup of milk to this. And that is basically how you make a country sausage gravy. If you don't want to use the sausage, that's absolutely fine. You don't have to. For me, it just adds a little bit extra flavor. Or you can cook the sausage and take it out of the pan, and then you just have the sausage flavor in there. That's even better. Cook this thing on a medium-low heat, and because you don't want to scorch the milk in here. You can see you want it to be able to hold up when you start to pull this across. It happens super fast once it starts happening. Don't walk away from it. That is perfect right there. It's still flowing, but yeah, take the heat off. Make sure you scrape down the sides, otherwise you'll get that goo and everything and the sticky bits on the side. Put a lid on this and set it aside. We are ready to do the buns. They are just going to go in a pan here with some butter. I'm trying to soak up the butter a little bit, cook them off for a second. Just get them nice and a little bit crispy, and that is perfect. That should hold up to our gravy nicely. And now for the star of the show. We are going to put our hamburger patty down on the basket here and drop this in quickly. You don't want it to key in or lock into the basket. Make sure that it's floating and it's okay. Otherwise you get it locked in there and you ruin your hamburger. That goes especially for anything wet battered. We've got our bacon going in here. Just try and make sure they don't all stick together. All you have to do basically is just make sure nothing really sticks. Get in here a little bit and kind of break it up and make sure everything's fine, everything's floating, everything's good. Those pieces stuck a little bit. Perfect. Just they'll overlap a little. That's fine. Just cook this off until you get it nice and lovely. It'll start to really slow down with the bubbles when it's about ready, and then just pull this out and drain it, and we're ready to make the craziest burger in the world. Okay, that actually worked. I took the internal temperature of the hamburger patty, and we want it to be at least 135, 140 to be fully cooked inside at a medium rare-ish. It clocked in at 200, so she's done. I kind of guesstimated on how long it was going to take to cook. What I learned is that by the time it stops bubbling, it's already too late. So when it's going crazy and the thing puffs up like a balloon, because it will puff up like a balloon, that's about the point where you kind of keep an eye on it. It'll be spitting and spewing and everything. When it kind of starts to calm down, pull it. And the bacon, we'll find out together. Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to cut into a little piece of bacon here. Let's find out. She's got to be cooked, right? I'm assuming. Oh, okay, that's the new national food of Bilganistan. I don't know. If I get my own country, the name is subject to change, but wow. Okay, deep fried bacon, that's the thing. Country fry your bacon from now on forever. Don't care what your doctor or your cardiologist says. I told you it's okay. So seriously, where has that been my whole life? I probably shouldn't know that. On the next episode, let's go get angioplasty. All right. Next episode is going to be something crazier than this, but we're not going to get there until I get this thing done. All right. So we got the bun here. I lightly toasted this. If you saw the In-N-Out video, these are the buns that I made. They're a little bit too big for that, but they are amazing, and I'm putting them to good use. I'm coming up with every silly burger I can imagine. So this is a silly burger. I'm going to put down some of our country gravy here on the bottom bun. We're going to layer this up real good. Okay, country gravy, a little bacon, just a little bacon, just Just a little, okay? That's that. All right. Now we are putting on this cheese. No cheese. Oh yeah, never mind. No cheese. Okay. It just occurred to me at that moment. I'm like, this is normally where you put cheese in here. No, we're not putting cheese on it. We're putting more country gravy. And tons of it. I mean, this better be messy, folks. And I love the sausage bits in this. That is my favorite way to make that. If you don't like the sausage bits or you want to make vegan country gravy, leave the sausage out. But just prepare to be slightly disappointed at the final result. That looks pretty doggone good, and we top it with the bun of the pretty side. You got to get the pretty side of the bun because this is all about visuals. You can't actually taste this, so it has to look really good, right? I'm gonna move this out of the way over here and eat that. There, I'm done eating that. And we're back. That was pretty quick, huh? You didn't even see the, I'm kidding, I didn't eat it. Not yet anyways. And it won't go to waste, trust me. We've got a basket of fries here. We've got our, what have I done? That is an honest to God, real life country fried burger. Isn't it? You ever seen one of those? No. Will you see another one? Only if you make it, or if you watch this video again. Both of which I encourage you to do because, hey, we're all having fun here, right? Okay, I'm going to take the thumbnail shots of this real quick so I can get the pretty bits so that you know to click on this video. Tell me, how did they turn out? Did they look good? Okay, cool. I hope so because that thing's pretty looking. So I'm going to do that super fast and then I will be back and biting in. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, pictures are taken. Taste buds are going crazy, mouth watering. It's a moment of truth, folks. We're gonna do this thing. I'm gonna cut into it across the bacon because the bacon's running this way. So we're gonna go perpendicular, as it were. And I am just going to give this thing a look-see. Oh, she cut like a dream. It's a sharp knife. That probably will. Oh, I'm gonna go slow here so you can take that in. Oh, this, as I'm standing here looking at this going, this might have needed some fried onions on it. Like onion straws. I might have to do this again with some onion straws. But anyways, what it really needs is my mouth wrapped around it right now. Hang on. Oh my God, that works on so many levels. That is ridiculous. Oh, I like the little paprika in there. It's got a little, was a country fried steak should always have a little zip to it. I have some on me. Anyways, yeah, that's the thing. Sorry, I'm a little speechless at the moment. That was, yeah, that's really, really, really good. And I'm going to tear that thing to pieces. You go to the store and get some stuff. I'm going to eat this and we'll meet back here on the next video. How's that sound? Like, subscribe, and definitely leave me a comment. What do you think? Am I gone too far or is there still room to go? Because I dream a lot, and some of them are even crazier. Oh, I've got a crazy one coming up soon. Hopefully it turns out, because this one turned out, and I seem to be getting better at this stuff. So if you want to see me get better at this stuff in the future, you're going to have to catch me on the next one. I still don't like the ends. Gotta come up with an end. Nobody's left me a comment yet. It's like, what, like third video or something? Leave me a comment. What do you think my end should be? Because I can't go with something weird. It has to be natural and flowing, and I don't know what that is. And I don't really plan these things. I don't have like a script sitting here. I just kind of wing it. This one, completely winged. I had no idea how this is going to turn out, but it did. And hopefully the next one turns out, and you'll see me then when I see you on the next one. Not bad. Okay, if you like that one, leave me a comment. All right, bye.